Do you know what's hiding in your favorite fast food meal? Behind the glossy ads and fresh claims, chains like Chipotle, Subway, and Taco Bell have faced shocking scandals, from E. coli outbreaks to mystery meat filled with chemicals. According to the CDC, over 48 million Americans get sick from foodborne illnesses each year, and many don't even know it came from their lunch. These aren't one-off mistakes. They're repeat offenses in big-name restaurants. So how will this impact your health? And how can you avoid becoming the next victim? Stay with us as we expose the truth, and don't forget to subscribe for more life-saving insights. 1. Chipotle's food safety failures. A risk behind the fresh image. Chipotle Mexican Grill has positioned itself as a healthy and fresh alternative in the fast food industry. With slogans like "Food with Integrity," it attracted a health-conscious audience. But behind the marketing lies a troubling food safety record that has led to multiple national outbreaks, legal troubles, and a serious hit to public trust. In 2015, the chain became the face of one of the worst foodborne illness crises in U.S. fast food history. The CDC confirmed that E. coli and norovirus outbreaks tied to Chipotle sickened people in 22 states, with over 500 confirmed cases. Customers suffered from severe vomiting, diarrhea, and long-term health effects. The investigation revealed that poor hygiene, improper food temperatures, and unsanitary prep conditions were the main culprits. As a result, Chipotle temporarily closed more than 40 locations, launched aggressive safety reforms, and introduced DNA-based food testing. Despite those efforts, the damage was already done. Chipotle's stock value plummeted over 40%, and the company faced dozens of lawsuits from sickened customers. Their brand image, carefully built over the years, took a massive hit. Worryingly, these weren't isolated incidents. In 2017, a Chipotle in Sterling, Virginia, was linked to another norovirus outbreak, where more than 130 customers fell ill. Health officials concluded the outbreak began with an employee working while sick, again violating basic safety protocols. According to the Safe Food Alliance, Chipotle has faced at least 5 major public health incidents between 2015 and 2020, affecting over 1,100 people. Even today, the brand struggles to fully recover its safety reputation. In 2023, Chipotle ranked near the bottom in food safety scores among major U.S. chains, according to Consumer Reports. While Chipotle continues to promote its clean ingredients and transparent sourcing, these promises mean little without consistent hygiene and enforcement at the store level. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, emphasizes that norovirus outbreaks are often tied to infected food workers, a problem that still haunts Chipotle. So, the next time you see a fresh burrito bowl on your feed, remember, a healthy image doesn't always mean a safe one. With a pattern of outbreaks, poor employee practices, and questionable handling, Chipotle's "Food with Integrity" slogan may be more marketing than reality. 2. KFC exposed alarming hygiene failures behind the crispy chicken fame. KFC, the global fried chicken giant with over 27,000 locations worldwide, is a household name for its secret recipe and crisp-coated chicken. But behind the tempting aroma, the company's hygiene practices have drawn harsh criticism in multiple countries. In 2022, a shocking video from a KFC outlet in China went viral, showing rotten chicken being mishandled, floors covered in waste, and employees reusing dropped food. The footage, filmed by a former employee, triggered national concern and exposed serious lapses in food safety protocols. KFC apologized, but the damage to public trust was already done. Globally, KFC ranks among the top 5 most popular fast food brands, yet its reputation has been repeatedly tested. The Food Safety and Standards Authority, FSSAI, conducted surprise inspections across major cities. The findings were disturbing.
Put it in the freezer and then you sell it to people tomorrow?
Yeah.
Why do they do that?
I don't know.
Expired ingredients, reused frying oil, and kitchens failing to meet even the minimum sanitation benchmarks.
And they're gonna sell that to people tomorrow?
Yeah.
A direct violation of safety norms. While KFC claims to enforce a global food safety framework, evidence suggests inconsistent implementation. In the US, health inspection reports for multiple outlets between 2021 and 2024 flagged issues like improper temperature controls, dirty kitchen environments, and pest sightings. In one Ohio branch, inspectors discovered raw chicken stored above ready-to-eat food, a critical violation under FDA guidelines. As of July 2025, Yelp and Google restaurant review data indicate that KFC's customer satisfaction rating in hygiene categories has dropped by 12% year over year. According to Statista, nearly 34% of surveyed consumers in the US said they were concerned or very concerned about food safety at large fast food chains, with KFC among the top 3 mentioned. What's troubling is the recurring nature of these complaints. From viral videos to regulatory findings, the brand seems caught in a pattern of neglect rather than a one-time slip. These systemic lapses in training, food handling, and kitchen monitoring question whether taste is coming at the cost of consumer health. For a brand that serves millions daily, ensuring food safety should be non-negotiable. No matter how iconic the name, if a chain repeatedly fails hygiene checks across countries, it becomes a health risk rather than a meal. 3. McDonald's nightmare. What's hiding behind the golden arches? McDonald's has built its empire on speed, convenience, and consistency, operating over 40,000 outlets in more than 100 countries. With 69 million meals served daily, it's one of the most recognized names in fast food. But behind the polished branding lies a troubling reality, a string of food safety issues that paint a far more dangerous picture. In 2015, McDonald's Japan faced public outrage after a customer found a piece of plastic inside their burger. Just days later, a child reportedly bit into a human tooth fragment buried in a meal from a different outlet. Japanese health authorities launched a full investigation and condemned the company for serious quality control failures. These aren't isolated incidents. In the United States, numerous customers have come forward with complaints about food that tasted spoiled or off. One woman described her McChicken as tasting like mud, later suffered from intense stomach pain. While McDonald's denied contamination, her case echoed many similar experiences. Even more alarming are the accounts from former McDonald's employees across several U.S. states, revealing disturbing kitchen conditions. They reported raw and cooked meat left at room temperature for hours, surfaces used for both without cleaning, and routine violations of FDA food safety guidelines. A 2023 health inspection at a California branch discovered pest activity, faulty refrigeration, and filthy food prep areas, and that same location failed multiple inspections in 1 year. Despite this, McDonald's continues to promote its global food safety promise. But Google business data from mid-2025 shows a different trend. Customer satisfaction with cleanliness and food quality has dropped by 9% across U.S. locations. Adding to that, a Statista report reveals that 31% of Americans are now either concerned or very concerned about hygiene in major fast food chains, with McDonald's ranked among the top 5 in worry. For a company of this scale, these aren't minor slip-ups. They point to a systemic issue that can't be ignored. When millions rely on your food every day, one mistake isn't just a headline, it's a potential public health crisis. Enjoying this? Subscribe now and tap the bell for updates. 4. Subway's chicken scandal. The truth behind the fresh label. Subway built its name as the go-to healthy fast food option. Fresh veggies, lean meats, and custom-made sandwiches. But in 2017, that clean image was shattered when CBC Marketplace, a trusted Canadian investigative show dropped a bombshell report. According to DNA testing conducted at Trent University, Subway's oven-roasted chicken was found to contain only 53.6% actual chicken DNA, while its chicken strips had just 42.8% real chicken. The rest?
Marketplace show last month, it claimed that the chicken sold at Subway restaurants contained half soy filler. So the segment did DNA testing at Trent University, and it reportedly found that the oven-roasted chicken at Subway contained only 53% actual chicken, the rest
a mix of soy protein and filler compounds, completely contradicting Subway's bold claim of serving 100% white meat chicken.
Subway contends that its chicken is 100% white meat.
Subway hit back hard, filing a $210 million defamation lawsuit against CBC,
now suing CBC for $210 million, claiming the report was defamatory and absolutely false. Subway contends,
claiming their lab tests showed much higher meat content. But CBC stood by its investigation, and independent food scientists validated the DNA testing process. The lawsuit was eventually dismissed in 2021, but by then, the damage was done. Consumer trust was already in freefall. The backlash was immediate. Health-conscious customers who once trusted Subway have now started questioning what they were eating. Even nutritionists raised concerns, warning that high levels of soy fillers could pose serious health risks for people with hormonal issues or allergies. But this wasn't just about Subway. It exposed a much bigger issue in fast food: misleading marketing. Words like 100%, real, and fresh are thrown around easily, but often mask a cocktail of processed or restructured ingredients. As of 2025, the impact still lingers. According to Google Business Insights, Subway's global trust score has dropped 11%, falling behind competitors like Chick-fil-A and Panera Bread in customer satisfaction. Meanwhile, a Statista survey shows 29% of U.S. consumers now doubt the quality of meat in fast food. And Subway is among the most questioned brands. For a brand that sells millions of sandwiches daily, this wasn't just a PR crisis. It was a wake-up call. Because when the truth hides behind slick ads and fine print, it's not just deceptive, it's dangerous. 5. Taco Bell's beef controversy. What's really in the seasoned beef? Taco Bell has long been a go-to destination for cheap, tasty fast food, dishing out over 2 billion tacos every year in the US alone. But in 2011, that crunchy bite came with controversy. A lawsuit filed in an Alabama federal court accused the company of misleading consumers by selling seasoned beef that contained only 35% actual beef.
For it to be a beef product, it has to be, according to the federal government, 70% beef, 30% fat. That's the minimal requirement.
The remaining 65%, according to the lawsuit, consisted of fillers and additives like oats, soy lecithin, maltodextrin, anti-caking agents, and binders, ingredients that allegedly failed to meet the USDA's legal definition of beef. Taco Bell fought back hard. The company launched a national PR campaign insisting that its beef was 88% USDA-inspected real beef, with the other 12% made up of seasonings, moisture-retaining agents, and thickeners. Taco Bell even ran full-page newspaper ads stating, "Thank you for suing us. Here's the truth about our seasoned beef." While the lawsuit was eventually withdrawn voluntarily, the public's perception took a hit. According to QSR Magazine's 2025 fast food rankings, Taco Bell now ranks number 4 in the US for total fast food revenue, showing the brand has mostly bounced back. However, transparency concerns remain. The FDA and independent watchdogs have flagged Taco Bell for using preservatives like propylene glycol and sodium phosphate, chemicals that are legal but controversial. Health experts warn that consuming such additives frequently, especially in processed meats, can lead to long-term risks such as high blood pressure, kidney strain, and hormonal imbalances. The bigger issue is the growing disconnect between marketing language and what's actually in the food. When terms like seasoned beef hide a cocktail of additives, it leaves customers questioning the integrity of the menu. While Taco Bell's labeling might not violate food laws, the controversy exposed how clever wording can mask reality. Today's fast food customers are more informed and health-conscious than ever. Brands like Taco Bell, with over 7,200 locations across the U.S., have a responsibility to ensure that what they promise is what they serve. The lesson? Low prices shouldn't come at the cost of misleading food labels, because in the end, trust is harder to rebuild than a taco shell. 6. Burger King in hot oil, dirty kitchens, expired food, and global hygiene backlash. Burger King, the second-largest hamburger chain globally, is facing intense global scrutiny over repeated food safety violations and hygiene failures. From the UK and US, the brand has been caught in a web of scandals involving expired ingredients, reused cooking oil, and unsanitary kitchen practices, damaging its public image across continents. In 2019, a Channel 4 Dispatches investigation in the UK exposed Burger King outlets using cooking oil far beyond its safe usage limit. While the food industry advises changing oil every 6 to 8 hours, footage showed it being reused for several days. Experts have confirmed that overheated oil forms toxic compounds linked to cancer and heart disease, posing a serious health threat. In 2023, EFSO issued over a dozen hygiene warnings to Burger King locations for using reheated food, spoiled vegetables, and expired sauces. Viral clips of moldy buns and unsanitary storage triggered backlash, although Burger King claimed corrective actions had been taken. In the US, a 2020 hidden camera video from a Florida branch showed staff reusing dropped meat patties, storing raw and cooked meat together, and cleaning with dirty rags, clear violations of FDA food safety protocols. The outlet was temporarily shut down, but the damage to consumer trust lingered. As of July 2025, Burger King holds the number 6 global ranking in fast food revenue, trailing McDonald's, Starbucks, Subway, KFC, and Domino's, according to Statista. Despite serving 11 million customers daily, its hygiene record has taken a hit. A 2025 survey showed consumer trust in Burger King's food hygiene in the U.S. has dropped to 62%, down from 76% in 2020, a 14% decline in just 5 years. Burger King's parent company, Restaurant Brands International, RBI, claims it enforces strict global standards, but the frequency of violations paints a different picture. Critics argue this is no longer a case of isolated incidents, but a pattern of poor global oversight. For a brand of this scale, cutting hygiene corners isn't just risky, it's reputational suicide, the hidden dangers lurking in fast food chains. Fast food might be fast, but the health risks hiding behind those cheap meals are no joke. Investigations by Business Insider and ABC News have revealed serious hygiene violations in top chains like Subway, Taco Bell, and Burger King, where expired ingredients, unclean kitchens, and unsafe cooking methods are becoming alarmingly common. According to the CDC, foodborne illnesses affect 48 million Americans yearly, causing 128,000 hospitalizations and over 3,000 deaths. These aren't minor cases. Dangerous bacteria like E. coli, salmonella, and norovirus thrive in places where meat is undercooked, oil is reused, and cleaning protocols are ignored. A 2023 lab test in Canada found that Subway's chicken contained only 53.6% real meat, with the rest made of fillers and preservatives. Chains are also packing food with chemicals like sodium nitrate and BHA, linked to digestive issues and chronic illness. As of July 2025, McDonald's tops the global fast food revenue rankings, But a YouGov survey shows only 59% of Americans trust chain hygiene, down from 71% in 2019. Check recent Google reviews and choose places where you can see your food being made. Your health depends on it. Smart ways to stay safe. When eating out, staying safe while dining out starts with being alert and informed. According to the CDC, 48 million Americans get sick each year from foodborne illnesses, leading to 128,000 hospitalizations and 3,000 deaths. These numbers are real, and the good news is you can avoid becoming part of the statistic with a few simple steps. Before choosing a spot, check recent Google reviews. In 2025, over 67% of diners use online reviews to assess food safety, according to Statista. Repeated complaints about hygiene or food quality are clear warning signs. Don't ignore your senses either. If food smells, looks, or tastes off, stop eating right away. Early symptoms of contamination often go unnoticed until it's too late. Look around. Dirty floors, sticky counters, or stained uniforms can signal a much bigger problem in the kitchen. According to Healthline, visible cleanliness often reflects the overall hygiene standards of a restaurant. Whenever possible, go for places with open kitchens. This setup boosts trust and transparency. A 2024 Yelp study shows restaurants with open kitchens had 32% fewer complaints related to food safety. Taking a moment to inspect before you eat can save you from days of regret. In the end, it's not just about what's on your plate. It's about what's hidden behind it. If major chains like Chipotle and Subway can fail you this badly, what else don't we know? How many more times will we trust food that could be making us sick? And what steps will you take to protect yourself and your family? Drop a comment with your thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because your health deserves the truth, and we're here to deliver it.